Please consider supporting me on Patreon to see more figures come out even faster. Hey there, this is Wake Angel 2001. I know I've been pretty quiet all month, but that is because I've been quietly working on several figures, which are going to be uploaded one after another. Here's the first one, a commission for Electrical Geek, Zector, the Zone Cop. Zector is, of course, Vector's perpendicular equivalent, and I would go into a long-winded backstory about the character, but I think he appeared in the comic like maybe twice. So, yes. The basic takeaway is that almost every main character in the comic book has a perpendicular equivalent that is a Zone Cop. That is all. Of course, Zector is pretty cool. I mean, he's just this big, tough-looking crocodile dude wearing the Zone Cop uniform. So, you know, if nothing else, he has a good look. So let's make a toy out of him. Okay, guys. I know this isn't completely obvious, but just follow me along here. I think the best possible base figure to make Zector out of is Vector. I know, it's kind of crazy, but stick with me. First, I had to make that big old collar that is part of the Zone Cop uniform. In this case, it's made out of craft foam, which I painted gold. And, you know, his torso, besides that, just needed to be painted red. He has a big belt that he wears around his waist, you know, as you do. And then, again, he's painted red for the bodysuit thing, except for the part of his tail that comes out from the bottom of the suit. Because, I wonder where he decides where his tail starts, because Vector doesn't really have hips. I did have to cut one of his little back bumps off to make room for the cape, but for the most part his back bumps are still there. The arms had to be modified slightly to have the armor bits on his forearms. Despite making them longer and adding those little bumps on the sides, which include the little gun thing on one side, he still has wrist articulation. I was very careful on sculpting this to make sure the wrists would still be able to move. Even, as you can see, like, one of them is actually sideways compared to the other. I tried to show that the wrist could still move from this picture. Hopefully you got it. And his head is now wearing a helmet. It's kind of like when I made Vector Man for the Roboticized Masters. You just kind of take the top of his head, which is almost completely empty, and fill it in with material, and then put a visor on. This is the exact same gumball machine bubble that I used to make Zonix. There was just enough material left to make one more visor. Now I gotta find another one for Zespios. And that, my friends, is Zector the Zone Cop. I didn't go ahead and put one of the pictures sideways this time because by the time Zector was introduced, they had already come up with those dimensional compensator things that made everybody appear right side up to each other, so, you know, besides, like, I just didn't feel like it. Okay, so yeah, that's Zector, because, you know, when you live in the no zone, your name has to begin with a Z. I think if it doesn't begin with a Z, they throw you in the zone prison. I bet half the people in that zone prison weren't even interdimensional criminals. They were just people who insisted that my name is Toby. It is not Zobi. I am Toby. I think I was making a reference to something, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we will see you very shortly with another custom figure. For now, I'm signing off.